Hello guys, how are we doing? We are back with round 2 coming up in a sec. Shout out to all you guys for joining us. We see we got 4 a.m. tuning in to this little old place in Wales. Thanks for joining.
That's good going. Well done, Saberwolf. Hope we don't have work tomorrow, mate. That's all we're saying.
We're lucky. We're on half term. This is beautiful. I can take this and drink it.
Absolutely. Drink to that, eh? Okay, so we go over to the gameplay table. I will update us very shortly.
So while Fallon updates that, on the left we have Jack Canavan, who is playing Cat for Una. On the right we have Paul McAvoy, who is playing Gigawall.
All right, 2 very tried and true cards.
And we're just slamming it. And we are just slamming it straight away. I think McAvoy...
He's not even going to let me update the scoreboard. That's fair. And no damage yet. Yeah, we're cool. Okay.
So, I think Paul knows Jack cannot respond to this. So you may as well get it in while you do. He got a Gilgamesh.
Oh my God.
And he got a security
FFTCG
officer.
Straight in as well. That is horrendously efficient. I mean...
So this is the thing. When Una first came out and people started trying various different builds, the one that jumped straight to the top was the Vikings one. Which
that was the first obvious choice, right?
I'm going to hoard the board and just drown you in tax.
And then people thought, well, actually, you know, stuff's still dying. Maybe let's try Cecil. Let's just try checking in a Cecil, because we can do the Earth-Water Cecil or the Earth Cecil into the Wind Cecil. And then over time, it's just sort of mutated into, well, let's have the other Cat 4 stuff in,
Hang
like
on.
Ceodor.
Hooded Man does
Hooded
this.
Man, yeah. Hooded Man and Ceodor are reactivating as well, giving incredible value to the Cat 4 player.
I mean, just look at Rosa. Rosa is a 1 CP Cat 4 body that generates a free card when Cecil enters. Really, that's all you need. You need a body for Una that's netted you some value. That being said, he is staring down a Gilgamesh really early. And although he does have a reasonably high EX count, he does need a couple turns to set up. So, we're LBing for Luna Freya. This would normally signal a stark warning. My hand is not good. I need to fix it. So he can't Toto LB anymore, which is another fair. But I don't imagine he'd Toto LB much anyway. He does hit the King Tycoon, so King Tycoon Lena.
I think King Tycoon Lena, just to get a semblance of some advantage. I mean, don't know if the wall is in hand for Paul to cancel anything that targets him, like the... Oh, he is going to go
He's going for the Kuka Lane.
He's going for the
He's
Kuka
going
Lane.
to blank the Gigawall. So now you have a turn. You have a turn where you can deal with this thing. What are you going to do about it? Are we just going to... We have the Zeramus, we could cloud the Gilga. I think that's what he's thinking.
I think that's quite a smart turn of phrase, actually. Yeah, we got to answer that Gilgamesh now. You know, Jack left with a solid 2 cards in the LB. Good shout, really. I think is.
Yep, I think that he played that just about as well as he could have. That Gilgamesh is now gone, so you're not worrying about the Dull Freeze coming in. You've eliminated a forward to take some of the early pressure off. You have burnt your LB, but I think that's fine because a lot of your power comes in your main deck anyway. It's up to Paul to respond now. You have a window where Jack's just LB'd.
Yeah.
You can do things. You can do things, but what are those things that you are going to do? I mean, swinging's risky into EXs like that.
I mean, yeah, we're going to draw a card all day. Another great point about Cat 4 unit is that 24 EXs is about the sweet spot.
It's not too shabby.
It's, you know, even in a Lena meta, it is still a, you know, still a lot of extra free cards. And the only damage that matters is damage 7. If the other 6 get you value, that's good times for you.
Damage is a resource.
Damage is a resource until it's death.
So I see a Sarah in his hand.
So let's update the damage there real quick. We're on the subject of that. So Paul has taken... Jack has taken 2 damage. Yep.
Right, here's the Rosa. I assume then Paul has just passed on to Jack and Jack's doing his thing.
Okay, so we are going into Cecil.
Yeah, this is... Did hit the Miwa, but we do have the Cecil. And now, at this point, those LB bodies are suddenly unibodies, and that is a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, this is This is the thing with Una as a card. It adds a whole new element of maths to the game, where you've got to figure out when should you attack, when should you leave some up for taxation purposes. Yeah, I think Jack's sitting quite comfortable here now.
Paul needs to take apart this board while he has a window to do so.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not looking good for Paul right now. Let's get that damage.
Because the moment he does something, Cecil's going to tag out.
Yeah.
And then Jack's going to play something and suddenly Paul's becomes, ooh, he's got the tech. He's got the tech in hand. There is the Gentiana.
Yeah.
So this is something he was talking about earlier. Do you want to bring up the Gentiana?
I will get the Gentiana for the ladies and Gentianamen on the stream. Hey.
So for those of you that haven't seen Gentiana before, she says dull forwards cannot use their abilities.
Here we are.
Which is very good into Una once the board is dull. And here is the Axstar into the Gentiana.
I mean, Axstar, dulling and freezing, a whole kit and caboodle here.
Yes, so regardless, the whole board's dull frozen. He has that in the bank. Now, Jack has a window where he can tag the Cecil in and potentially do something.
Paul's sitting on quite a few cards in hand, so...
It is important to note the Axstar burn will also go through because... It was on board before, and he's letting it go, and there's the Gentiana.
Then playing the Gentiana, yeah. Good shout. And we are going to erase Una at this point because it's the only valid target. Sure thing.
It's a sad kill, but it's a necessary kill. It's just getting a
Jack
body.
Cannot go into the other Cecil because Gentiana says no to his text.
Yes. The Gentiana is doing work.
This is very different from the practice game these two had earlier. This is...
It got spicy. Now, Paul needs to continue to press this advantage. I think he's also got the other tech piece in his hand, which was the Emperor, but not the Dark Emperor, the Lightning one.
Yeah, that's seen a lot of resurgence in a Una world.
You're right. There should have been a tag out before dull freezing. That is 100%, because there's the Seedor in hand, and Seedor would have been able to have done some reactivation shenanigans potentially.
You'd be dull.
No, you would
Gentiana
be dull.
would turn off the
Gentiana
text.
negs it.
Maybe we've got to remember that Gentiana is a field effect that turns off all dulled effects. So
the Cecil would come inactive. So the
Cecil would come inactive before the dull freeze, and then it would be getting dulled and frozen. So.
But then when it's dull, you're right, because when it's dull frozen, it wouldn't be able to reactivate itself.
And that would turn off the tax as well. So maybe Jack's just waiting for a chance to... he knows that Paul doesn't run an awful lot of haste. I mean, other than, of course, a... it is before the Axstar resolves. Okay.
Yep. So what's Jack doing now? We're Kusithing the Rosa. And we're passing there. So how does Paul approach this now? I think he just drew a Tyvus. That's not a terrible draw.
No. I think we go into that.
Yep, straight away. What are we grabbing? We have a prime window to remove this Cecil before he tags out.
That's right. I mean... It's true, yeah. You could have had the draw a card and a possible kill with Theodore. Absolutely.
Now we're looking at an altogether different board. What can you grab? Mog is not a bad shout here because that also turns on Cecil. Getting another Axstar.
Okay, I mean... Cecil was frozen, yeah.
Yes.
And... I think it is going to be reactivating next turn, though, so kind of need to see what Paul's got in mind now.
I don't think the Cecil's frozen for the next turn.
No, it's not Cecil. It was frozen last turn.
No, you got the Mog.
There we go. And then
there you go.
Axstar swing, ping it. Yeah, this is not looking good for Jack, unfortunately. This is probably game.
It's a tie one. He can get a good EX. He can get a very good EX. But it needs to be very good. Because now that Cecil is sitting there twiddling his thumbs. Now. He does have the Una in hand. So where's this Axstar ping going? Where is he putting it? He's going on the Lunar Freya.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
And the Thor down. If you're going to hit any Axe Burst, guys.
that's the one. That's the one. You now have free choice. What do you want? He's going for the Hooded Man. He's realizing he's not going to be able to tag it in with the Cecil, so he just needs to get it on the board as soon as possible. So.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. The Mog 6 being there to cancel
Mog
any
was
Cecil
big.
search anyway is fine.
Mog was very big, and we're Kusithing.
Need judge ruling?
Judge ruling?
Yeah. Klaus shifted into Ifrit.
Sorry about that, guys. We just had to fix the situation. In the meantime, Ultimate Shield is down, and Jack is in trouble. Because all of Paul's board, apart from the Tivus, is now protected. Always use protection, people. And here's the Hooded Man. We're going to nab back a Cecil. So this does open up S effect possibilities, but he doesn't have the CP in hand, so this is just going to slam the unit. So. Okay, so that was just a his turn thing, not a going for game thing. Fair enough, makes sense. So we're dulling the Gentiana, but the Gentiana's dulling a response. And we're going to dull the unit to turn it off.
So if there's unit plays, they have to be made right now.
And once that unit is dulled...
Jack's just moving to end turn now. He's not
Did he
doing
activate with the Hooded Man?
Yes.
It was Hooded Man dull?
No.
Okay, sure.
Hooded Man was active.
Sure, okay. Yep, you've dulled the unit. The unit's got no effect. And now this is just a board.
Did he ultimate shield?
That turn...
Yeah.
He did. Oh, hold fire, hold fire.
Hang on. Yep.
Hold fire. You got it. Good spot.
Hang on, there was an ultimate shield. Oh, he chose the backup, yeah.
Oh, right, he's frozen the backup. He has frozen the backup. So so that's what he's done with that unit target.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep, we're all good. We're Gucci. Everything is good. So how do you close this out? How would you close this out?
Well...
Because the Parm's also annoying. Yes, that's exactly it. Just freezing the backup, getting a freebie activate.
Yeah.
How do you close this out? The Parms can turn off the Axstar potentially, unless he has an ultimate shield. You could... You're not going to Parm force the Mog because he's just going to Mog anyway. But then you could... No, because you could Cecil on the stack. So you could Parm force the Mog and then Cecil on the stack, depending on what he's got in hand. I can't quite remember what his last card is. This is a 10-cell board.
It is. So yeah, we're going to go... Looks like we've moved to combat and Jack has elected to neg the Axstar.
He doesn't have ultimate shield then, so if he did, he would have used it.
That would have been used by now, yeah. Okay, we're going to Gentiana to dull...
The Cecil?
Cecil, yep, sure thing. Swing Axstar now, because 8k is as big as anything else Jack's got.
Yep. Ooh. Jack is... The EXs are keeping him in this. Tivus blank, that's no more free forwards this turn. So if Paul had a follow-up play, he wanted to do main phase 2, if he couldn't close it, that is not an option anymore. And that's damage 6. That's the second Miwa. Mm-hmm. And we're throwing a Sarah FFL because I'm presuming more SFX fodder.
Yep.
He could grab a Faris. There's nothing wrong with grabbing a Faris for the next turn, but he wants SFX for this turn, SFX for next turn.
Yeah, just get that super redundancy online.
Mm-hmm. He's got the light one in break, puts the full color in break, and then he's one Gilgamesh away from opening this wide open. Mm-hmm. But Jack does have a turn now.
So it's not over yet for Jack. I mean, it's still a very big uphill battle for him. But there are...
This is going to become a weird, convoluted sequence.
I mean, Jack's put a lot of time into this deck, so he's not gonna give up until he's absolutely certain.
So how can you start this?
Okay, well, I mean,
You Porum blank the Mog.
Yeah.
Mog then responses. You then respond with Cecil. That's how you get around that. I'm assuming Paul discarded 3. I'm assuming he discarded 3.
Must have been 3, surely, because of the... Could have taxed the search again.
I think Una was down last turn. I'm pretty sure Una was down last turn, so he could have activated with the Gentiana. I could be wrong, but I seem to remember Una being dull, because the Cecil was also dull. Mm-hmm. So what do we got? We got a Claris. That's not going to do much at this point. Oh, well, if he missed attacks, he missed attacks.
Yeah, no, we'll have to...
Look, we're not the IRS. We don't go around ordering people to do these things. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's the Ursula tech.
It's the Ursula.
So,
just having an extra body at this point is crucial.
Remind me of what this Ursula does, because...
So on entry, gain a crystal, and then you can spend a crystal to make sure that your opponent cannot use EXs or target your forwards with EX bursts this turn.
EX protection, always very good. We do like protection around here.
It's how you push for game in this comfortably. I mean, it doesn't stop every EX, but it stops the ones that target your forwards, which is pretty much a guarantee for game.
Yes. We essentially have a chess stalemate because certain pieces are keeping certain pieces in check. The Cecil and the Mog are keeping each other at arm's length. The Porum on the Axstar can make that very difficult to manage. There's the Mog gone. Mm-hmm. So now Jack has that window. I'm assuming he Porum the Mog.
So, yeah. Porum the Mog.
Freezing the Axstar?
Freeze the Axstar. Oh, okay.
Ultimate Shield.
Ultimate Shield.
We knew that was there. And that's an activation.
So that means he's passed to the end turn.
Yep.
Surprised he didn't go for another stack on top with the tax, just to empty the other Ultimate Shield S from the hand, maybe. Although then Gentiana might... no, okay, maybe playing a bit safe.
The important thing is that Mog's gone, which means this Cecil can tag. Although it may not be relevant. I could be tunneling too much on it. Paul does have an Onion Knight, a Warrior of Light, and a sizable LB to call upon should he wish. I mean, cards like Iron Giant, if you want a cheap way to just kill the Una straight off, is not unreasonable.
I mean, he should have responded, I think. 2 more Cat 4s. Yeah, Hooded Man reactivates all Cat 4s. So we'll have to see what Jack's reasoning was.
So the Cloud's coming in, and it's killing the Una.
So, yeah.
I mean, I would have liked an Iron Giant. It would have been a bit cheaper, but Cloud still does the same thing.
So we're going to Mog the Gentiana. Okay, sure.
Porum the Gentiana.
Porum the Gentiana.
Dull in response. I assume we're dulling the Una. So we can't Una anymore. This is presumably a dull 2. Ultimate Shield.
Mm-hmm. Which Jack knew was there because obviously the Sarah FFL search for both. Then do we stack on top of the Ultimate Shield? I assume so, yeah. So we're going to try again.
Dull 2. presumably. He has a Theodore in hand,
He does have a Theodore in hand.
so that could matter. Oh, no, he's
Changing his...
changing his dolls around.
Okay.
Yeah, it's doll 2. And
Oh, there we go. Yet another taxation on top of that.
So, this is all on the stack of Gentiana getting cancelled. So Gentiana is currently live.
Yeah, Gentiana's just live anyway because... so he can't Una again.
He can't
now.
Una again. He can't Una again because Una's now off.
Yeah. He should have left the Una until very last if he wanted to do yet another one on top.
That's... I mean, shields upon shields upon shields.
I mean...
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You know, 3 ultimate shields in a turn feels bad, man.
And that Una's dead.
Yep,
She
that
gone.
Una is dead on top of the thing. Yep. Okay.
Now all that is resolved. The Gentiana is off, so Doll forwards will do their thing again.
But Cecil now still sitting there, still threatening to transform into a bigger Cecil.
Yeah, this is looking tough, but it's not impossible.
Jack does run that Azura Chunker 666. Whether he has it in hand and the win CP to go with it.
And a Gigawall Smash into
Gigawall
the
Smash.
Cecil. I think we're done.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, he's tagging the Cecil out? No, he can't be because he traded. They're discussing something. You're right. The Asura tech is a very good response. I know people have started playing around with it. There's a bunch of different techs people are running around with. We've seen.
So if he was doing the trade block with the Cecil and to the other Cecil...
Should that wall still be
that wall
alive?
will still be alive.
Do you want to just run over
Yeah.
and double check that one? We're just following up now because if what we think is true, is there a reason that wall is dead? Yeah, the wall is alive. The wall is alive. The wall's alive! It's a miracle. But now the Cecil is coming in, of course, which means I presume the Theodore's coming in. Oh, no. It's just gone. It went, it came and it went. Just like that. And now suddenly this board looks much more... And the Porum's dead. That looks like
No, it's alive.
Nope, it's alive.
They
Going through
Okay.
many phases of life, this game.
all the emotions here, guys.
So how do you fix this now? How do you fix this?
I mean, you know, you hope you've top decked another Una.
He's got a Porum, he's got a Theodore, he's got a Hooded Man. It must be the Theodore, surely.
I think Theodore will at least try and get
A Leo?
a Leo.
The littlest
Question
Leo that
mark?
could. Is that a Chocobo draw? I'm pretty
Oh my
sure.
god, I think he was looking for that win CP.
Oh, you got the Theodore.
Maybe he wanted to Leo first, just in case. So yeah, we are going to kill...
Yep, you have to tap it that way, so the Theodore effect still goes... No, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not sure if it does make a difference
No,
or
because
not.
Theodore activates at the start of combat, you
Yeah.
see. And then Hooded
That's
Man
it.
activates at the end.
He's
of
kept the
turn.
Theodore active so he can get the reactivation around the Gentiana.
Okay. So, yeah, Jack doing his utmost to stabilize as much as possible. Now that Param is putting stuff down to 1k as well, that's suddenly quite huge.
Lena, we have 4 colours. We have more than 4 colours, so this Lena's eating something as well as drawing.
Oh my good giddy ass. Yeah, that's
It's presumably the Leo. Yep, thank you, Leo. You did your job. See you
Yeah.
later.
it is, you know, opponent chooses and
It's a body gone and a card gained. That is good.
it is.
Because Paul has got Jack to 6, which means Jack is the one that has to be careful.
Jack's doing a stellar job of holding on here and, you know, making Paul absolutely work for it. So Gentiana,
Dolling
okay.
the Theodore.
Dull the Theodore. Okay, we'll start there.
Swing.
McLeod.
Nothing beats it. It is the strongest guy on the block.
I mean, Paul threatening another attack in now. Okay, he has blocked with the Ursula. Okay.
Yep, oh, he's used the other Ursula effect, understandable. And now the Gigawall swings in.
Aha, now Paul seems to have forgotten the 1k power. What's going on here?
We're swinging in and we're dying.
We're swinging in and we're dying. Okay.
So we're down to 2 forwards. Jack has to believe he needs something strong. Did he draw double backup? He drew and backup and a card that's already on board.
He drew
and
two
he passed.
different colours. And
That is the he's out of LBs, he's out of options,
Yeah,
and this should be it.
This surely should be it now.
The pawn reduction. Oh, okay, we're just slamming Axstar down. Dull freeze both.
There it
Game.
is.
Well played. There were some back and forth moments in there, some things we could have done, some things we could have missed, but overall an entertaining showcase to see what Cat 4 can potentially do, and that Gigawall might still be around. It might not be dead yet.
Absolutely, yeah, no. It's one of those decks you've just got to keep in the back of your mind at all times because it is still a really powerful card. It is, and if you don't respect it and you let it go and do its thing, we'll see.
I mean, what we can definitively say is Paul set the tone for that game. That turn 1 Gigawall coming out, the Gilga from the start that needed to be answered, and the continuous pressure that he applied from there. The fact that Jack had to use a turn LBing twice, which burns out all his spare resources, is massive. Because he could have turned that dead draw in that last turn into a potentially live one. Didn't have the option anymore.
No, so it was a very tough game for both players. I mean, as we see in the chat, there were a couple of misplays and stuff. I mean, hopefully we can learn from that before the bigger events come around.
That's it. We're powering up. We're powering up.
Getting all these kinks out of the system now,
And we will look at some of those and some other great plays when we drag Paul over here for an interview in a bit. So we will catch you in a sec. All right, guys, welcome back. We have the winner here. How are you feeling after that one?
When he took out the Gilgamesh at the start by blanking the Gilgamesh, because he was blanking it, I was just like, that's probably fine. And they just let me play the Cloud to kill Gilgamesh. I was like, oh no, it's going to be an uphill battle from
Luna
here.
Freya Cloud, that's his whole LB gone more or less straight away.
Yeah. Gentiana putting in work.
I was going to bring it up because, we were mentioning various tech pieces that people are trying, and Gentiana's a new kid on the block, so to speak, because it hasn't really seen that much competitive play before. So what's the logic behind it?
So Gigawall, right, so for a while people were playing like Clive and Ifrit at a 2-2 line in it as well. Amaterasu's and that sort of thing. I think that's really bad in there. Anything that, because I tell you what, as soon as you have Gigawall whiff a couple of times on 4s and things that it can't play, you sort of get put off by a bunch of things. And you can put in these tech cards. I love Maki the Phantasm's in there as well. And I love that card. Maki the Phantasm and Gentiana, they're never doing anything. But you can fit them in there if you've got something that gives them you don't pay for it, because Gentiana being ice as well,
Axstar can play it.
Yeah, exactly. So the more free they are, the better they are. So that you can't just put it in an average deck or something like that. But the moment that he didn't find a way to kill the Gentiana, it was he was so far behind in that as well. The Mog there saying that Cecil.
Yes, the Mog and Cecil Czech War, Cold War, so to speak, was a very interesting one. There were a couple of moments that Jack missed some activation triggers that he may have been able to get away with, but overall you were putting on a lot of pressure throughout, and Gigawall's always been a pressure deck, and it's not one we see much this format, so
people massively underrate it. Underrate it.
Tell us why.
I don't know. It's hard, really. I think people don't really understand how to play it. Well, I'll say people. I'm not talking about everyone, because obviously a lot of people do, but on average people think it's just an aggro deck. It's not an aggro deck. It's more like a control deck than anything, because you've got to present this thing, and how are they going to get around it? Most of the time they can't, because it's too quick with it. And they don't know how to build it as well. They'll go too much into one thing and not another. But how to play it, it's a harder deck to play and understand than most people give it credit for, which is why I think people just a lot of the time just easily write it off. But man, it's just so cool. Like, I love that's why I keep trying new things and tech things. And, you know, I for a long time I was into the Opus 22 Sephiroth, the one who's a summon.
Oh, the killer forward on entry and then discard.
And that one's just finally come out because I was like, I think in this format, Gentiana is just going to do more rather than like if he hits discard and all that sort of thing. And I think that, so like, again, massive fan of like Maki the Phantasm. And last format, that was how you beat Chaos. You just ultimate shield to keep him there. Raijin and Fujin can't do anything.
And it's a good example of meta evolution within a deck. And we were talking about this with how the Unidex evolves from, you know, hyper aggro, Viking, Barbarian, blah, blah, swing it into now this more controlled, refined
Cat 4,
piece
I'm
that
take
is
3 turns in one.
Cat 4. And it's interesting to see how people lines come through and how people's thought processes come through. And then you think of cards to counter said thing.
Lightning Emperor as well. Is there just for like as well for having things like if we come against like Mob Slasher, like you know, it's not gonna
tax the taxman.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, it's with average Unidex as well. If they have to pay 2 to be able to do anything in the first place, it's not a card. All of these things are like Lightning Emperor, Gentiana, Maki the Phantasm. They're like not like standard cards, and I don't say like in most decks to even play these things, but with this just being like, again, you get so much value, so much freebies and all that sort of thing, and you cut the backups right down to like 12, 13 so that it's really lean. Amaterasu's long gone from the deck because it doesn't win games.
That's a surprising one, considering Amat is incredibly powerful with the amount of round decks and various other cards. Volker in Warriors. But there are a lot of Amatable cards at the minute.
If you were to respond by doing it turn 1, you can't then do what you need to do next turn.
No.
So it's like you're only putting it back by a turn in the first place. So instead, just put your own pressure on is the main thing, I think.
So are there any other changes that you're considering for the upcoming tournament season? You know, we're starting to get a feel of what the meta's going to look like this patch, so to speak.
See how we go, really.
Because we got a lot of events coming up. We got a lot of practice to get through.
The Emperor's wobbly. I don't like Irvin at the moment.
No, Irvine's a bit of a do-nothing at the minute.
Yeah, but we'll see.
It will snipe two
I've got
cards.
a few flex slots, but like I need to think of something better to go in there. But Gentiana's doing the work for now, I think.
So this is something that we can round up again. Do you want to just give a brief explanation of what we have as where we say core pieces versus deck slots for the viewers at home that may not?
Oh God.
Put you on the spot a bit.
Yeah, so you just it's not so much, it's a number game between fire, ice, and water, and then I've upped the lightning count a bit more, but like it has to be like this really. It's the way because of like Axstar and the chance of you flipping one means you've got to keep fire and ice cards in hand, but you've also got to have enough water cards to be able to play the backups and everything. So
Sarah for Fallon.
Yeah, so. There's a lot you can do with it, but I think that versions of Gigawall that don't play Axstar are worse because they don't have Axstar. Like
Axstar is an insanely cracked card. That the fact that all 3 effects are separate, so one Ami does not stop all 3 of them, makes all the difference in the world.
But yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right, well, thanks for having a quick chat with us. We got round 3 in a bit, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you then.